How's it going? It's 220 Prepper, and I got a video today. So recently, a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, I'm trying to get into prepping. I heard you're the go-to prepper. What do I need? You need this." But you can't see that well. So I'm gonna go over the basics. But before I do, I need to get into something that people will say, but they don't explicitly state. So when it comes to prepping, the very first thing you need to do is know what your plan is. Are you bugging in? Are you bugging out? Are you doing a temporary relocation? Are you living off the land? What the hell are you doing? Figure that out and then plan your gear around that. There's a whole lot of preppers out there that say, well, you need this, you need this, you need this. Generally speaking, but that's not your plan. You need to go out and spend a whole bunch of money on stuff that you don't need or you don't need just yet. So, know what your plan is, whether you're bugging in, bugging out. I might make this into a 2 or 3 part video. We'll figure that out later. But know your plan. But for now, we're going to go over the basics that should cover everything. So, let's start. First thing you need to do is get you a good bag. And I don't care. It doesn't have to be super tactical. It can just be whatever you know will work. And it can hold all of your gear. That's the most important thing. It's what you know will work that can hold all of your gear and isn't going to mess you up. Then you start getting into your prepping stuff. To me, if you are bugging in, we're going to start off with just bugging in. Actually, yeah, we're going to start off with just bugging in. If you're bugging in, you're going to prep a little bit differently than somebody whose plan is to bug out. When you're getting food, instead of getting all the freeze-dried stuff, which is super important, freeze-drieds, you got your Mountain House, your Ready Wise, and all of that stuff. That's all really good, but you can also go and get like canned foods because you'll be in place in a shelter. You're not going to need to worry about, all the freeze-dried foods that last forever because most short-term prepping is over within a couple weeks to a couple months. There's very few things that happen that are like end of the world, but we're going to talk end of the world, maybe. That's just what you got to do. So start off with some canned foods and mix that with your freeze-dried foods. That's a really good way to get started. You also need water. Tons and tons and tons of water. Water is super important. Period. Helps you stay clean, keeps you hydrated, and your freeze-dried foods need water anyway. So food, water, and to me, the next most important thing, period, medicine. So no bottle of Tylenol. I've got tons of these all over my house. Tons of these in my bags, on my kits, everywhere. Because medicine will save your life faster than a bullet will. I've said it before. I will say it again. Food, water, medicine. These are the main things you need to have first. Period. Moving on, when we're talking about water, that's where things get good. If you're bugging in, you want bottled water, you want your water jugs and all of that stuff, but if you're stuck, if a storm hit and you are stuck, start filling up your pots, start filling up your pans, all of that. Whatever you can do to fill up water, you get it. I personally have a bunch of these for my bug out stuff. These are nothing fancy. They're just like 16 ounces, I think. Yeah, 480 milliliters. Whatever. I've got a bunch of these. I've got some 2-liter ones. I've got ones that are a couple gallons, I think. You get plenty of those, and that will fill your water. These I like for my bug out kit because water is important, but I don't want it to take up a whole bunch of space. Also, water is heavy. Something else important when it comes to water, filtering water. Now, this is a standard LifeStraw, and this right here is a Sawyer mini filter. I keep this one in a bag so I don't lose all the parts. It comes with these 3. Basically, it comes with one of these, a filter, and a straw. And this is just, the actual LifeStraw itself. Those are what you use for purifying water. Those are predominantly needed for when you have to bug out, not bug in. But you always want to make sure that your water you have is clean, whether you boil it or whether you filter it. Next. Actually, before I get to this, let's get to this. These are some emergency blankets, Mylar blankets. These are survive outdoors longer. SOLs. Emergency blankets, survival blankets. These will keep you warm if it's cold outside. If you go into shock, you can create a shelter out of this. You could do a lot of really important things with this. Even when you're bugging in, when those cold temperatures hit, whew, these can very easily save your life. You don't want to get hypothermia. It's bad. Bad, bad, bad. Something else that you need when you're bugging out, get yourself a tarp. This you could use to create tents and things like that. You can use it to help wrap you up, keep yourself insulated, and all things like that. That's all very good. Next, a lot of people out there recognize this. This is just a standard canteen, generally used for water. Also, don't get stuck on me now. It comes with one of these metal cups. You can use these for soup and all kinds of stuff like that with a utensil. Another thing that you need, start clearing stuff out the way, is you'll say, a lot of people say, oh, when you go with the 10 season prepping, you need candles, which is light. I've got glow sticks. I freaking love these things. I could clip them on my belt. I don't, but I can. These are very bright. And these say they're advertised for, what brand are these? Glow Mind? Yeah. Glow Mind. I got these on Amazon. Those box like 50, I think, something like that. It says it lasts 12 hours. These actually do. And I cannot stress this enough. I love these things. It's a nice bright light. You can see very well. Obviously, you're not going to sit here and like see 10 feet into the darkness, but you'll definitely be able to see what your hands are doing. I love these things. You're going to need paracord. These, just go to Target, Walmart, wherever, camping section. You'll get these nice little wrapped up things. You can go to Bass Pro Shop, anywhere that sells paracord. Get yourself some paracord. Over here, we've got bandanas. It doesn't matter where you get them from. It doesn't matter what. I mean, let's be real here. This is one of my favorites. Disturbed. Party on. Bandanas. They're used for cotton. You can use them as a sling. You can use them to wrap stuff up. You can use it to cover your things. Back to medical. Medical. This is a Ace wrap. And saw that one good. And you notice, I still have yet to show firearms. I've yet to show all kinds of fancy gear. People get lost in that aspect of prepping. I get lost in that aspect of prepping a lot. I do. It happens. But something else that you need, super, super important. Tourniquets. Cannot stress this enough. Tourniquets. Get 50 of them and then go buy another 10. Okay, I was going to say that's an exaggeration, but no. Tourniquets. Tourniquets will help keep the blood in your body. That's where it needs to stay. Tourniquets. Get yourself a good, solid multi-tool. This is an Ozark Trail. A lot of people will sit here and sleep on Ozark Trail. Ozark Trail is good. Good stuff. Yes, it's Walmart brand. No, it is not as great as like your Gerber, Leathermans, or what the hell ever is. These are very, very solid. Get you a good flashlight. I like this one. It's got multi-features. Bright, dim, strobe setting. These are the ones with the pieces right here. I forget what it's called right now, but if I need to use it as an impact tool for self-defense, I can. Now that you've got all of that, like this is the stuff that you need primarily to survive. Get yourself a fire kit. A lot of people sit here and say, oh, I've got lighters and matches. Cool. That's good. Not enough. I built an actual kit. Got fire starters, matches, lighters. I've got actual things to start fires, one-handed applicators, all kinds of stuff like that. Get you an actual fire kit, because if you are bugging out, this part is bugging out. If you are bugging out, if you are camping, anything like that, you need fire. And as anybody that spent more than a day in the woods can tell you, you will not have the easiest time starting a fire. Period. Get you some cotton balls, Get some Vaseline, scoop it in. Get a sandwich bag, scoop some Vaseline in the sandwich bag, put some cotton balls in there, rub it all together. That is a great fire starter. Whatever you can use like that, go get you a campfire roll, fire tape. There's all kinds of stuff out there. Just search, find out, do some trial and error. Whatever works best for you is what you need. After you get a bunch of stuff like this, food, water, medicine, you get your covers, you get cotton, you get your survival blanket, you get more and more medicine, get water. Then, I mean, obviously you need to get a firearm as well, but then you can focus on getting the best type of firearm. And for everybody out there, yes, it is safe, it is clear. You get something like this, get whatever form of battle rifle you want. Go ahead and get, whether it's an AR-15, an AK-47, even, you don't even have to go the modern route. You can get something like an SKS. Those are very good. I'm not a big fan of bolt actions for survival, personally speaking, but Mosin Nagant's work, you got Remingtons, Mossbergs, anything that works. As long as it is solid and will work, go ahead and get it. Also, you need a good quality knife. This is one of my favorite knives in my collection. This is my K-Bar knife. It's very useful. It is. Everybody knows this knife, but this is a great survival bushcraft type knife because you can do, if you know what you're doing, you can do it all with this blade. Now, I do have other knives in my collections. I do have other various weapons in my collections, but this is one of my favorites for an abundance of reasons that maybe I'll go into another video. So again, what do you need? You need covers. Get yourself some nylon blankets. Get yourself a good tarp. A good, high quality tarp. Because you don't want to sit here and get a cheap tarp that then falls apart on you. You don't want that. No bueno. Get yourself some water containment. Get yourself a fire kit. Know your plans. Now, I am going to make another video and break down how you should bug in and break down how you should bug out and go into specifics. I'm gonna do a specific video for tools for bugging in, a specific video for tools for bugging out. We're gonna do a specific video for self-defense weapons, other than your firearms. So something other than just other options than just your big knives or your baseball bats or whatever. I got that video coming. I'm gonna do that one soon. No, I did put that. Great professionalism on my part. Great professionalism. So yes, this is what you need. Get yourself something to hold it in. And this is something else that's super important. Know how to use it. Know your gear. Practice with your gear. Wear your gear. Even if you have a full helmet, bulletproof vest, battle belt, backpack, rifle, wear it. Because you're going to sit here and super load all of this shit up, and you're not going to be able to run 100 yards, let alone walk a mile. You're not even going to be able to run 50 yards with all of this on. So please, wear your gear. Have a plan. Get gear set around your plan. And most importantly, know how to use your gear, especially the medical stuff. Medical will save your life more than everything else on this table will. Learn your gear. Wear your gear. Get your gear for what you need and your skill level. In the meantime, this is 220 Prepper. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am signing off.